In 1997, Psygnosis had a problem. Despite the huge success of Formula 1 97, developers Bizarre Creations departed the series, meaning a new developer was needed for 1998. Psygnosis ended up with Visual Science, not their first choice, and sadly, this relatively young studio with limited time turned in a game that, despite middling to decent review scores, was widely accepted as cack. Oh my Christ! So in 1998, Psygnosis had the same problem. Fortunately, this time they had a slightly better solution. Enter Studio 33, a Liverpool-based developer who'd already worked with Psygnosis when they developed Newman Haas Racing, which used the graphics engine originally made by Bizarre for the original F1 game. Now, whilst Newman Haas doesn't quite hit the heights of those first two F1 games, it was a really solid PS1 open-wheeled racer. So, Studio 33 were given the keys to F1 99. Since the release of the 98 game was pushed to the final race of the season to give Visual Science as much time as possible, the same would be true for the 99 game and Studio 33, with its European release coming the Friday before the final race of the season in Japan. The results, at least according to the reviews, were much better. Not just the scores, the general feeling around this game was that things were back on track, so to speak. I never owned this game when I was younger, and of all the F1 games that we've revisited on this channel so far, it's the one I have played the least. So, ahead of our full season playthrough, let's fire up Formula 1 99. At long last, we have made it through the rough year, and we are at Formula 1 99. Bit of an unknown this for me, actually. The one thing I do remember, though, is these menus, oddly enough. I remember how sparse they looked, which at the time I was just like, oh, why have they just not bothered doing a menu? But I've matured since then. I really like the way they've laid these out. They're very stylish. It's kind of like there was a little trend, I think, in menu design at the minute where they were trying to make things minimalist and stylish. Colin McRae Rally 2.0 comes to mind as having such cool menu design. Obviously, all the circuits from the 99 season. As ever, when we do a revisit, we're going to go to Silverstone and we're going to jump in as Jean Alesi. Also a returning feature for this game, which only appeared in the original, the 95 season. Substitutes are back, so it is reflected that obviously we lose Michael Schumacher for a part of the season due to his injury at Silverstone, so we will see Mika Salo in, and then the other changes in the other teams to reflect that. Jean, good to have you back. Right, let's see what the race setup options are. So, we want crashes and spins, damage. Oh, there's so much more. It's okay, we don't just have on or off, we have minor or full. Let's try full. We've only used the damage model once before, again in 95, and that's because it was a bit robust, but it worked with how, like, the AI don't really account for you, whereas, arguably, the damage models in 97 and 98 are more realistic, but because of how the AI can be with you, it wasn't fun racing. I want it to be a fun season where we go wheel to wheel. I don't want to be tiptoeing around the whole time. I don't think that's going to be as fun to watch, so let's see how this fares. Let's do a 10-lap race, which is what we would have. Skill level, we always go for the hardest one, and there is an additional skill level here. We're going to rock Expert. So we've got realistic weather as well. Let's see how that goes in the shortened race. We won't do fuel usage. Or will we? I was told by someone in the comments that it actually gets the scaled pit stop stuff quite right in this. Maybe we'll have to do a couple of test races, one with and one without, because we have typically done sprint races, so we've not had fuel wear and tyre wear. So we'll try that to begin with. We will have full rules, failures. When we did 97, failures seemed to affect us more than our rivals. What are the options? Minor failures. We could do minor. Let's try full for now. So grid assist, that means in this game you can actually jump start, which I like that, so we're going to have that off. And pit assist, there's a pit limiter, so I think you drive yourself in and out of the pit lane, which I also like, so let's keep that off. Car setup stuff has very much had a makeover. I think it's the same sort of settings you could do in 98, but just look at how much the whole vibe is just these guys clearly had a set idea, a style, they knew what they were doing. I'm sorry, Visual Science. I'm sure you gave it your all, but this just immediately feels like we are back. Right, I'm not doing steer assist, not doing brake assist, and we will have manual gears. There we go, thank you. Okay, so the forecast for the weekend is sunny, and cloudy. A forecast! A forecast for the weekend! I've been waiting for this. I know we got one in F198, but it also didn't work, so hopefully this works. To practice, so we have, so we can then go to AM and PM practice. Okay, so we're in the pits, and then we can change our preset setups or pick one of the setups that we have created. Changes to all the settings, tyre pressures. Well, the tyre pressures might be a new one for this season, actually. I don't think that was in 98. Turn on the assists mid-session, that's okay. Cool. Right, so what views do we have? We have, I mean, this is my preferred, usually. Cockpit, nose, and then a couple of chases. Very good. There's the pit limiter. So let's not get done for speeding, the rules are on. Oh, turn on analog. Oh, excuse me. Well, first impressions. It immediately feels so nice to drive a car that feels like a car. Oh, well, that was a bit of a snap under braking. I mean, the difference is just instantly noticeable, isn't it? Like, graphically, it feels so much more solid and less flaky. I do want to account to the fact that I did play, like I say, the previous games on the PS3, and I'm playing this on the PS2, so that might slightly affect how they're presented a little bit. I think playing on the PS3 does kind of make the graphics look a little bit more worse. I think it exposes some flaws, but even still, this just looks night and day better. Obviously the biggest thing is of course the handling, and the car just feels so much more planted. The steering does feel so much better. What I will say is the steering does kind of feel slightly heavy, and someone did warn me about this in the comments, in fact. But it's not just the fact that it's heavy, it's the fact that actually... Ooh, where you going, son? Come on now, what are we doing? Oh, I can't look backwards. Why can't I look behind me? Oh, okay. We are. That's interesting. So this cockpit view is clearly their sim racing mode, because you don't get any of the TV graphics in it, and you can't physically look behind in it. So you're expected to use those 6 pixels that amount to your rear view mirrors in the bottom of the screen. That's not really useful, my guy. I think I do prefer this onboard view. So we might have to go with limited information, and maybe or skip between, just to see how we're doing. It is nice to see they've got the TV graphics right again, though. That they've gone back to trying to replicate television, and doing so in a way that makes sense. It's nice. God, dude, what is your problem with me? Yeah, the steering, because it's on directional buttons, it does that thing of the longer you hold the steering, the tighter the turning circle gets, which was a feature of, again, the original F1 game. However, it feels quite abrupt, much more noticeably abrupt this time, that if you hold the steering, the car suddenly starts to turn gradually and then gets a lot quicker. So that just... it doesn't instantly feel natural, but, to be fair, it's not too bad to adjust to. Oh, it's annoying, I can't see my times, but I suppose it's good that in the cockpit view I can not do that and focus on actually driving the circuit. Oh, hello again. Listen, pal. Don't start. It's practice 1. Oh, the reflections on the nose. That's so nice. Oh, excuse me. F199 sabotaging me by looking good. But that is interesting. I've just gone very hard into the wall, and it doesn't look like we've got any damage. Don't know about 97, but definitely 98 we'd have picked up something there. So that feels like the car model is quite solid. Maybe we'll be able to race with this. It feels like we're back, even from watching that opening sequence when you had Murray's voice coming in and out. It was just like, yep, this is it. This is the vibe that the first 2 games had captured that was completely lost in 98 because they were just rushing to get the game out. I don't think they had time to really think and put little details in and even finesse the basics. Whereas here, it feels like, yep, they've come in knowing the job they needed to do and they've put real thought into it. Still unsure of what to do on the view because it's annoying that I'm going to come to the line now. I'm going to do this to check and then flick round it. But I like this view. This is a nice view. Right, let's leave practice because I'm feeling alright about that. Don't get any practice standings. Okay, we could move to PM practice now if we wanted. But let's skip ahead to qualifying. Now, there is an edit grid function in this as well. So we could literally drop ourselves in somewhere and give ourselves grid penalties by the looks of it. But I'm not sure if... I wonder if it works after qualifying where you've got the grid and then you can edit it after qualifying. Let's see. Oh. The fact that I've gone in to edit the grid has now skipped me past qualifying. One moment, please. God, it even gives you the option to do qualifying warm-up, which we won't do. Let's just go in and qualifying. So, again, sunny. Starting the pits, so we can go to track. We can do this. Oh, Murray, sorry, I do apologise.
By the enthusiastic home fans, the mixture of fast and slow corners makes car setup difficult to get right.
I was so used to not hearing little interjections from Murray other than Hakkinen leads, Coulthard leads. So we can see the full standings. When people do it, we've got advanced time again, we can do pit setup, very good. So let's skip forward to like the halfway point maybe. And it is Schumacher from Hakkinen, from Irvine, from Coulthard. Can't see how many laps everyone else has done of their allotted 12 though, which is a step down on Formula 198. Shame on you. Okay, so let's go to track, pop the limiter on. Stewart before the start of my lap if I can. I think we do. We see a few pixels in the rear view through cops. It feels so nice just to be able to try and drive the circuit normally. Attack Maggots and Beckett's. I was actually using a lot of copium. It's so nice to drive normally. Oh, this Benetton is going to slow us up. This is annoying. Is it going to tell me what position I am in when I cross the line in cockpit mode? No, I have no idea. And it's flicked off. That is annoying. That is slightly annoying.
Look at that.
Oh! Oh, and that was our first collision. And our first bit of damage. So, okay, that's quite good in the terms that it's a bit unrealistic in the way it's represented it, but in terms of like game logic, I get that. We've damaged the front wing a bit. And the car still feels drivable. Let's see what we like going into Vale and Club. And actually, the performance isn't too badly impacted. Christ. The AI actually seem okay to run against as well. That's is good. So we've just done 2 flying laps. What are we on? We're 10, oh my god, we are 10 seconds slower than Michael Schumacher. Oh, we need to up our game. Right, let's just stick in this view because I want to see how far we are. How far off we are. Oof! Ooh! Oh, that's interesting. So I tried to go a little bit aggressive and deep on the brakes then, held the brakes, locked up the rears, and it spun. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. And then, okay, so I don't have to worry about pit limiter on entry. It just goes to the menu, that's fine. Let's see what the standings are. We are last. God, so we are just under 3 seconds behind our teammate Deniz. Let's see if we can get closer up to that. I'm going to stop playtesting and see if I can get a good couple of laps in. Let's have a look at... Oh. What? Or does I need to wait? Oh, I'm waiting with them to change tyres. Okay. That panicked me for a moment. That's what I mean. On that tight corner then, holding the steering, suddenly the turning circle gets tighter and I found myself on the grass out of nowhere. Yeah, because it was an outlap game. Come on now, don't be silly. Okay, that's better. Down 1 gear too many. Jesus. How have we lost 6 seconds in the middle sector? That seems insane. But... I mean... Damn, that is a good time. We did all see that, right, didn't we? There's no way I was 6 seconds down in the middle sector. Is that a slight glitch we found? I'm going to skip out of qualifying. I mean, I don't just quit, just leave the whole weekend. Let's just do end qualifying. Oh, and as the session... Okay, so we do lose places as the session progresses, so we drop down to 6th. We can't edit the grid now. We've finished qualifying, so I can't actually give myself grid penalty. Excuse me. Yeah, I can't actually give myself grid penalty, so I can't do qualifying, then leave the session and go, ooh, let's knock ourselves down 3 places, because, you know, we yeeted David Coulthard into his own cinematic universe. Damage on, no tyre wear, no fuel consumption, 10-lap race. Let's see. Here we go.
In pole position, Eddie Irvine. Michael Schumacher is alongside on row 1.
Oh, it's good to have a bit of the presentation back. Alongside the person we are going to drive as for the season playthrough, Heinz-Harald Frentzen in the Jordan. So you can actually watch them do the entire parade lap. So we're actually going to wait for the grid to form up as well. And we are waiting for the back of the field to form up. Okay, remember, we can jump the start, so let's not jump the start.
3, 4, 5, and it's go!
Oh, someone's... Is that a McLaren? McLaren with engine problems off the start? Wow.
Off we go then.
Yep, that's pretty accurate for this time. Oh, who have we got on the inside of us? Stewart. A Stewart, not actual Jackie Stewart. Oh, had some contact there. Oh,
Those two cars may have touched just then.
not really good on visibility from this view. I've been absolutely dropped though by the top four. Oh, I've gone a bit deep there. Remember, failures are on full as well. So, I feel like we've already seen one from that McLaren. Will it affect us? Will we get an early warning? Who knows? So Irvine from Schumacher, Hakkinen and Lacey Coulthard.
That looks as though he took a piece of the wall with him.
That was bad. That doesn't feel good. Oh wow, okay. We've gotten away with one there, no damage. On the front of the Sauber. We might be able to run with damage this season. It's not super brutal. And the AI, I mean, let's try and race some yet, actually. But they don't seem like they're going to murder you all the time. Or was that the McLaren behind us? Was it just a bad start for one of the McLarens? We've got some fighting behind us. There's a Jordan. It's Hill and Coulthard fighting. Top four. No real gaps forming.
He's been standing up in the seat of that car all weekend, really driving the wheels off it.
Thank you, Murray, I've been trying. Held the brake for a bit too long then, felt the rear go a little. It's good, I understand what the car is doing. Oh, and Hakkinen is dueling with Frentzen. The two Ferraris just slightly getting away. I think it's still Irvine. Sky is getting darker. It's not supposed to rain. I don't think it will. But you can, the dynamic weather looks good.
I shouldn't really say that, but no, I won't say it.
Yeah, don't say it, Murray. Thank you. God, I thought we were reeling them in then, but now we've managed to slightly put a gap up to Coulthard, but then also leaves the guys ahead.
He's having a look at Frentzen.
Wasn't expecting the opportunity then and kind of just avoided. God, that was close to the wall. We've got the run.
He's going for it now. He's trying to outbrake.
Oh my God. Well, Coulthard again, we'd started to drop, and then all of a sudden he's on the outside of us, and what the f***? People did warn me about the rubber banding on this game, and it doesn't feel subtle. Well, if that is the rubber banding, because it's like, how can we all of a sudden be so close together, and then everyone suddenly pull away from each other again? Like, look, the top five are like running nose to tail now again.
He's got two wheels on the grass. Is he going to lose it? He's having a look at Damon Hill. He's trying to outbrake.
Jesus Christ, Damon.
he's going for it now.
God, that was dicey, right. Oh God, I appreciate they do like little defensive moves, but my God, I feel like they leave it late. I feel like it's close to moving under braking territory, guys, and moving more than once. But I do like they get elbows out. In fact, we've just seen Frentzen get past a Ferrari of Irvine. Oh, the leader for so long in this race, dropping backwards. Ted Wine.
This is the penultimate lap.
I am really enjoying this. This is great. I'm not saying much because I'm having to concentrate.
It's unbelievable.
Right, do not give Eddie a chance to get up the inside here. Got the exit out of Chapel. Okay, up to 4th. Coulthard with a recovery. God, are we going to see Mega Coulthard again in 1999?
This is the last lap.
Okay, oh, and a little bit of a pop of colour in the sky. It's almost like it's getting sunnier again. God, we nick a podium off one of these McLarens maybe. This would be good. Oh, shit. Looks like Michael Schumacher is going to win the British Grand Prix of 1999, which obviously kind of went slightly differently in real life.
He's trying to outbrake.
You have to think about when to make the moves. You can't just dive bomb it, because if you go heavy on the brakes, you'll spin it. Damage is on. They do make defensive moves. Might get bolder as we play the game more, but I definitely didn't feel comfortable trying it then. Oh, that was silly. We get the run out though, we do!
Yes, he's going for it now.
Oh my God, we're going to nick a podium off Hakkinen.
There's the winner.
Oh! We get a podium with John Lacey in the Sauber. That was ace! Schumacher wins from Coulthard. And we get a replay. Did we actually get to see a proper replay? Because when you hit the replay button in F1 98, it didn't really do very much. Good race! That was really fun. Yes, the rubber banding was evident. But we've learned a lot. We've learned that the damage model actually is usable. I think we might run with damage. Not much by way of failures, though. Inconclusive. Well, there we go. So we get full results as well. Ooh, and I've got a high score. You love to see it. What have I done? Wow, the single race high scores seem a little bit low there. It's quite an easy one to get inside of. Fine, I'm going to absolutely smash the high scores on this game. Now usually I would end my revisit there and get into the season, but I would like to test if scaled tyre and fuel consumption is actually an option for us. Will it work even in a 10-lap race, and we can actually have some pit stops? Might be something a bit different for this season. Also, another race is another chance to see how failures affects the field and us. Is it worth keeping that on? And I'm also hoping we could maybe see a bit more changeable conditions and some wet weather as well. So we'll see all that in the next race. We'll go to a different circuit, sticking with a Lacey, and see how it goes. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. One more race and then we will get into the season with Frentzen, but I'm already really looking forward to it. This game is going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. See you soon.